Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hammer time, hammer time, ayy, hammer time, I made hits, boys, hammer time, hammer time, ayy, hammer time, I made hits, boys, hammer time, ayy, hammer time, I made hits, boys, hammer time, ayy, hammer time, I made hits, boys, hammer time, I made hits, boys, hammer time. They trust me with the weight, cause I handle mine. You worry about me, cause you don't have a life. You acting like a camel toe, you selling out for camera time. It's heat every time I speak. This is me, 7 days.
You know?
Right.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
What's the word?
Not too much.
Yeah.
Sunshine, finally.
Yeah.
Hey, natural light ain't nothing like natural light.
Yeah, man. I hear that. Sure.
So the game is on ESPN, actually. Not
Oh,
TV.
the game's on ESPN?
Yeah, so
I ain't trying to hear them.
I clicked on HBO and was like, it's not on here. Where is it at?
Yeah. So, Shaq and all them supposed to be going to ESPN next year.
For the most part, I think, because that's what they were saying. So I was like,
are they gonna get rid of the shoot around? Is just gonna be Shaq and them now, or is
I don't know if Shaq's going. I know Kenny and Charles have committed, but Shaq hasn't yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm on board with that being what happens. And Shaq can stay where Shaq be. He got too many jobs.
Yeah, Mumble Shaq. Yeah, I think Charles said he ain't doing all them shows.
Yeah.
I do the whatever, before and after, but he ain't doing all the countdowns and all them, and every day working. He ain't doing that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess
think
that makes sense.
Chuck has earned that.
He has.
How long he been doing this since 2000? When he retired.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I don't think they'll put too much on them. I don't know why they couldn't figure it out to stay at TNT though. Like, why would TNT want to lose these games like this? Is crazy.
I don't think it was their choice. They kind of they thought that they got railroaded, so they were about to sue for that. So it's like they were about to sue the NBA for a minute, but because Amazon, they come in big money, big offers. They got a studio show that they about to do next year. They got Blake, they got Dirk, they got Steve Nash.
Yeah.
Who is it? The lady used to be Taylor Rooks, I think, is coming over too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So those employees, are those Ernie's employees or are those TNT employees?
TNT employees.
Oh man, that sucks. That sucks, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to be able to take some of their people with them, I would think.
Right.
Unless it's just like a whole new how the show is going to be ran. Like if hopefully they don't take the culture out of it, man. Hopefully it's still a good show.
Well, the unfortunate thing, but you know what? The unfortunate thing, I shouldn't say it's unfortunate. I don't want to be like I'm hating on somebody, but it's unfortunate that they're gonna have to be on with Stephen A. I'm gonna just say it. But at the same, but you know what? He was on Law and Order. I was watching that, and I was like, Stephen A. ain't so bad an actor. He kind of did the thing on this one. He did a good job.
His character was dead in the first 3 minutes.
But that's all you need from him. That made me happy to see.
Yeah, he was talking about that on his show this morning.
Oh, okay.
Had to hold his breath for like 5 minutes so he wouldn't see his chest rising.
Right. Well, we'll see. Hopefully they respect the game enough to let Ernie and Kenny and them guys, man, how they do their own thing, how they been doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if Ernie is gonna be on, is he? Didn't he say he was sticking to TNT?
Yeah, he's
Wait,
TNT guy. He said
Yeah, he's
wow.
sticking to Turner Sports, so I don't think we'll have Ernie anymore.
Ernie's not going either, huh?
Seen baseball season.
Wow.
Well,
Well.
now plus side, I don't know if it's gonna destroy everything they have for March Madness, but hopefully it'll be Kenny going back over
It doesn't make sense that
for March Madness.
If it's not Ernie, Shaq, Kenny, and Chuck, then it's not the show.
Yeah.
Like Jalen Rose, he already got fired from ESPN, didn't he?
Yeah.
And so Candace Parker, yeah, but maybe you could put Candace in somebody's spot, but Ernie, you can't put nobody in Ernie's spot, man. Like who they gonna put in? I know they ain't putting Stephen A in Ernie's spot.
They'll have somebody. I think Jalen talked about doing NBC, studio at NBC. I think he's in that role there. But
I mean, and then that's the trade-off. We got a whole new team at NBC and a new team at Amazon, and we got ESPN and all of that still. And that's the new basketball. We got more platforms to watch it on, which might be a bad thing.
Yeah, man.
Which might be very bad.
We got to get this Invest TV money up. we need in on this.
Need to have our weekly broadcast.
Like, what's going on here, man?
Best game of the week.
Right. Sure. In time.
I'm on board. We just get a few Billies for it.
Yeah, man. In time, man. It ain't even gonna take long. We'll be there before you know it. Yeah, man. Shoot, there's a few things that came across my attention that got me a little bit peeved. Like, first of all, man, since Draymond, what's going on, man? Is he delusional to what he's doing? Like, he knows. He has control of his limbs. He's an athlete. He's a professional athlete. He knows that he smacked Nas Reed upside the head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, come on now. He didn't do that by accident. He did that on purpose, man. This dude, the extra stuff that he does with his body is to inflict pain, you know what I'm saying, on the person that's closest to him. And the only thing that's gonna get him to stop is one of these days he gonna make a mistake and kick Steph Curry in the head. You know what I'm saying? Well, then that's gonna be the only thing to make him stop.
And Steve Kerr be out there on that net.
Right. But then he goes into the interview and he's like, man, y'all trying to make me out to be, it's an agenda to make me out to be an angry black man. Like, come on now. We see what you're doing, man. Like,
you are from Saginaw.
Right, man, come on. Us as black men don't want you to be seen as an angry black man because that doesn't look good for all black men. But bruh, what you're doing, you just look like you won't even look angry. You just look ignorant, man, to the fact of what's going on. For real. Yeah. Like, they just gave you a text. They just gave you a text and you screaming like your mouth is directly at the ref's nose. You're screaming all the way back. You saying all these cuss words. Like, they could kick you out the game at any time, but they're not kicking you out of the game because they know who you are. You know what I'm saying? They know that this is how you do. So you need to take some sort of take joy in that. Like, they're letting you run your mouth. You know what I'm saying? But all these antics, man, it gotta stop. It gotta stop. You can't play the angry black man card on this. You just can't do that. This is not it.
Yeah, just something about them competitive situations. He's the most mild-mannered dude off the court,
Yeah.
Soft-spoken and everything, And something when that ball tips off, boy. Something in that Saginaw comes out.
Yeah,
it's cutthroat up there, man. Them cats play for keeps,
Right. Yeah.
I never seen nothing like Draymond. Like, I just, like, he makes you want to drill a screw in your own head sometimes. Because it's like I don't want to I don't want to crap on him too bad because of Sparty.
Yeah.
But it's like he does like stuff, and then I know for a fact that he's a lot smarter than he acts on the floor. Because it's like you can hear it when he talks too, and you know what type of stuff he does. Like we probably all met him in person before.
Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah, I've been around him.
It doesn't make like any sense what he'd be doing.
Well, it's you know, when it costs your team, you know, that's where what he has to realize. Like, if you feel like the media is trying to push some agenda, then yeah, you have the right to not speak to him. You know what I'm saying? You can pull a Marshawn Lynch if you want to. You know what I'm saying? But on the court, it's costing your team, and you've done this before. You know what I'm saying? You hit LeBron. For real, you hit LeBron, got kicked out. You know what I'm saying? Of a whole finals game. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like when you was running around kicking everybody in the nuts, man. Steven Adams, he still ain't recovered. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been concocting a plan with this type of stuff before, and I was like, I wonder, it's like who would be fool enough to get into a fight? Because it's like if I could get the worst guy on the team to get on the floor and fight one of the opposing players, and if he could trick him into throwing a couple blows so they get suspended and get a star out, who would be the guy? And Draymond would be the most likely candidate. They just got to be not scared to take a couple hits. Just all you got to do is throw one, let him throw one back, and y'all both get suspended, and you did your job, and we happy to pay you your money, young blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poole and Gobert, the only two
that
get it for the draft like that, though.
I don't know if that's a dirty play to pull, but.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course it's dirty, but you know, if you get Draymond off the court, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then he says, I'm intelligent. You know what I'm saying? I'm a great basketball player and all this stuff. Like, man, sit down somewhere. Like, you are throwing your arms and legs. You literally had your feet. I told you that when he almost kicked Amen Thompson in the face, that just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, it was a foul where he just did a whole cartwheel. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. What is this? It's the extra stuff.
He was talking trash about Dylan Brooks. And they almost got into a fight about that on Gil's Arena too. But how do you have? Because he said that he don't respect Dylan Brooks, and Dylan Brooks ain't a man because he didn't go shake up with everybody after the games and stuff after the series. And it's like, I honestly, to tell you the truth, I kind of understand Dylan Brooks because I wouldn't want to shake hands either if I really took it to heart. Like and then that's like how Giannis did with Halliburton and was it Nesmith? Not wasn't Nesmith. It was
Mathurin
that tried to fight after the game. And it's like, I mean, and that's a highly volatile moment. Like, I have to come to grips with my season is over. I have to wait for another 4 months, or no, I gotta wait 5 months because it's April, May to play again.
Well, I can see why you wouldn't want to shake Draymond's hand.
Yeah, and then that's the thing.
Like, look how you played. You know what I'm saying? Like,
my lip on swole, I got an eye.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
You know, but I mean, when it's over, when you out, you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with Giannis, like for him to get that triple-double and then have to endure all the nonsense that Halliburton dad and all that, I can see why he would be upset. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if you just another guy on the team, like, you know, Dylan Brooks is just another guy on the team during this series, man, go shake hands.
And then that's the thing, is like, if Draymond in that situation, he might throw blows, I feel like. I don't think everybody would
after
be
winning.
calm as Giannis. No, I mean after if you lose a series like Giannis had lost, I feel like a lot of people would blows
that's another
after
story.
that.
Yeah, I don't think Halliburton dad would have did that to Draymond.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, he would have getting kicked in the nuts. But yeah, I mean that's crazy,
Draymond
man.
is known to assault people, so.
And to to speak on, well, you know, if it's Terrence Shannon off of, you know what I'm saying? I think he'd be the only one that got the balls to go and, you know what I'm saying, fire on Draymond.
Let's scrap it up.
Yeah, but he had enough stuff going into the rookie year. He just need to keep a clean slate. He don't need to be that guy. You know what I'm saying?
I see they got
he
a couple
would,
minutes
though.
the other night that they needed somebody and they came in and played. So
Oh, yeah.
They got some little garbage time, you know.
Mm-hmm. If you think about the craziness, how you was bringing up Gil's Arena, did you watch the documentary?
Which one?
About him and Crittenton, and they call it shooting guards.
I haven't watched it yet, but I'm excited to watch it. It's something.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
Okay.
It's called Shooting Guards.
Yeah, literally.
But Crittenton, like I'm thinking this whole time, like I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying, it was a Georgia Tech what he was at, or it was either Georgia Tech or Wake Forest. I think it was Georgia Tech because he's from Atlanta.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so you know what I mean, he was at the same high school with Dwight Howard and all that. And shoot, I didn't know that he was. Yeah, I didn't know he was such a good guard coming into the league because I didn't hear nothing about him until this happened. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that about the show is about that. You know what I'm saying? Like Gil, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, of course, Gil's the guy that's like the funny guy all his life. If he see you mad about something, he gonna keep poking at it and poking at it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get you extra mad. And then when it go to the next level, it's like, hey, hold on now. You know what I'm saying? You really want to shoot me? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, during that season, after that happened, they got suspended for 50 games for the rest of the season. And the reason why they got suspended 50 games was because Gil was buying guns in Arizona and using the planes that they was coming back from when they played the Suns. He was using the plane, so he was really trafficking guns. You know what I'm saying? That's why they got 50 games. And he's like, it's my fault that Crittenton didn't deserve 50 games. You know what I'm saying? But he got it because he was tied to me in this situation, and that ruined his life. You know what I'm saying? But what I realize is what ruined his life was getting drafted to the Lakers, man. Yo, this dude, I didn't know he was this good coming out of college. The Lakers just didn't even suit him up. Like, they just sent him on it. He said he called his whole family to watch his first game. He over there with a suit on. You know what I'm saying? Like the damage was done. So then when he goes to the Wizards, like his mind is like, I'm trying to get back in. I know I'm good enough. My confidence is back up. And now you got this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? For real. So I'm like, oh, no, you can't be in LA.
I mean, it really wasn't the Lakers' fault since what happened in Washington happened. That was him that he took that where it had to go.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, when it's all said and done, man, but messing with his mentality was Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson is the first person to mess with his mental. That was Phil Jackson.
Well, you know, you got to be, you know, with Tex Winter and all them, you had to be on point. You know, you can't be missing assignments and stuff like that. And he's a hood hooper, you know. He's just one of them natural talents, you know. He's sweet, but he ain't gonna remember two things you tell him, you know. So, you know, he wasn't gonna play him for a while until he learned how to do the triangle and everything properly. So I understood why he wasn't playing, you know. Apparently he had some issues with it.
Yeah, man. I just thought that was nuts when I realized that that's the team he got drafted to, and that's what happened. I was like, what? You got this man out in LA and you ain't playing him. This your first round. Hey, you better watch Dalton Connect. You better watch him. He might be the next one in the locker room with guns. Well, if he sent him to
Washington, that would have been.
I said if he would have got traded to the Hornets, we'd have been hearing about that by the end of the year.
Yep.
Him and LaMelo Ball. They got their Desert Eagles.
With the J on it.
That is crazy, man. And another thing that came across, man, that got me mad, man, is these Steelers, man. These Pittsburgh Steelers, man. What's going on? You know,
cleaning house.
They cleaning the wrong house though. Just let Mike Tomlin go. They're not going to let him go till he has a losing season. They're intentionally trying to get him a losing season this year. Like, who's the quarterback? You let like Russell's gone, Justin Fields is gone. You let two decent quarterbacks lead. You just got rid of. You brought in Metcalf. So with Pickens, that's like, yes, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Then you let Pickens go for a third round pick. You know what I'm saying? Man, come on.
That was the going rate. That was the going rate.
This is ridiculous. Man, they're trying to, as soon as Tomlin goes 8-9, he's out. He's fired. Like, man, just let the man go with his dignity and go somewhere else. Just say that off of a winning season, mutual parting ways. Let the man go on. I don't want to see them devastating him like that. I got a problem with how they doing this right now, because what he gonna win with? He ain't got no quarterback. The running backs is always like this.
He's done it before. Mason Rudolph and all them cats, he's done it before. So they figure he can at least go, whatever, 9-8.
Man, I think it's heartbreaking that they setting him up to have a losing season.
I mean, you did. Now we did say it was possibly last year, but it didn't go that way. I think he might have a little bit of magic in his pocket again.
Man, is he
Rodgers?
Right, what's going on, man? And then you pass up though. Oh, you pass up Shador in the draft, like it was right there for you. Like, something ain't right. I think they just won't let him go off of a winning season, and they trying to get this man a losing season, man. For real. Like, all these white coaches having all these losing seasons. For real. You got the black coach, never had a losing season. You just won't let him go out the door until he gets one. You ain't giving him what he needs to win.
Right.
For real. Like, come on now. You're not winning with this roster. Even if he has a winning season, he's not winning with this roster.
Yeah, mediocrity is the worst place to be. They always talk about that. So,
man,
I think that's kind of, where they're stuck. And I think Mike might want out,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Part of me would want him to just kind of leave. Like, if you don't want to compete, that's what I'm supposed to be, a legendary coach. He's legendary to us, I guess, but he's
getting
not.
That roster to the playoffs. That's pretty legendary stuff.
Yeah, man.
That wasn't the kind of roster that should be in the playoffs.
He's solidified. He's a Hall of Fame coach. Like, no doubt about it. Nobody has done as much with less as he does.
Yeah.
But it's just like, mediocrity, because you're right there in the middle of the pack. So you're not going to get a good draft pick and all of those things to build your team. But you got Shador. He's somebody who had top quality, ratings. Like, he's somebody that you would get if you was in front of the draft. You know what I'm saying? I know it was like a witch hunt out on him or something like that. But come on, man.
A lot of hating going on there.
Well, maybe
Mike Tomlin doesn't have a voice.
Maybe if the TTE ain't just in the players over there.
I think that Mike Tomlin, he goes on vacation when the season is over, and when it's time for training camp or whatever, he shows up like, what do I have to work with? You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't got no say-so on draft day. He ain't got no say-so on the trades and the free agent signings. He just coming and showing up and doing his best with what they give him. And they can't believe that he's still having winning seasons. Like, we tried to get rid of this guy 5 years ago.
Right.
He just keeps
These
winning.
are the groceries. These are the groceries y'all bought for me.
Right. Like, man, it has to be something. Like, because why would you do this? Like, why are you just gutting your roster like this? Like, it's just weird. DK Metcalf got to be thinking like, man, why did I come over here? Like, why was this the place that I landed?
Trying to save a little money.
Yeah, this is. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I just felt like it wasn't right. Like, something got to be going on. Yeah.
If Aaron Rodgers don't sign, then we know it's a setup.
Yeah, it don't look like he is.
I mean, it's taking this long.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't think he should really come back, personally.
I'm so done with him anyway.
Yep.
Everything good over there? I'm so done with Aaron Rodgers. He said he took it personal the way that old boy
and Glenn did he?
Yeah.
Just get me on a Zoom call, man. You ain't got to fly me all the way across the country to tell me you don't need me.
Right. Yeah, we're going in another direction.
Yeah, I am too. Back to the West Coast.
Right. Like, oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of stuff, man. Just be weirding me out, man. I don't know what to do.
I'm as a Aaron Rodgers fan who is a huge Aaron Rodgers guy. I really don't want to see his face no more. I'm about done with him for life.
I hear that.
If he show up somewhere, I might be like, "Hey, it's Aaron Rodgers," but I don't even know if I'll be happy to see him then.
I mean, did getting rid of Pickens help the offer to Aaron Rodgers? He might be like,
"What, to Dallas? Do you want him to go to the Cowboys?"
Oh man, no.
All that nonsense Pickens was doing, man. That's probably a move that he was co-signing a little bit. Need all that nonsense because he's trying to get Lazard over there now to Pittsburgh, and they'll fill in enough.
The CTE Steelers, the CTE squad.
It's always
everybody go over there crazy. They need to do it. Some of these other like everybody that leave or go to them end up nuts.
I'm so over
like a straight up coupon.
Yeah, this might be the year I try to just take a break on the NFL, man. I don't know what's going on no more. Man.
If you do get that spot in Cleveland, you'll be fired up again.
All right, yeah, you're right about that.
Well, the thing is, I feel like they don't really have a choice. I feel like almost because Flacco is old, is dirt. Those wheels can't be turning that good no more.
Man,
he's smart though. He's smart.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah,
be a good teacher for him.
I'm very confused on what's going on with those guys, man.
Yeah.
Everything is crazy, in the NFL tip, like. Well, the way they did Shador just got me like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Shador should have just been quiet. Not said anything come leading up to the draft. Him and Dion talking so much, We picking and choosing where you going. I'm gonna be your daddy and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's gonna get him going.
Just let him go where he go,
Right.
Must be the money.
Talk.
He said you can't be calling out where you want to go, huh? You ain't got the Manning skin for the win. You can't do what them white men doing.
Right. Certainly NFL.
Man.
Got to be the Jolly Green Negro.
Teasing and grinning.
Yeah, man. Like
I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy for the opportunity.
Thank you, boss. Thank you for the money.
Right. Man. We don't want you having no personality.
No confidence whatsoever.
Real. I heard somebody say that Kaepernick, they was trying to get him a job on TV, and he said he's still working out to get a job in the league. Like, man, you don't go take that money and you don't go take that. It'd be crazy if they had him on Fox.
Right.
Go take that Fox money, man.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with these people, man? Go get that bag.
I don't know if I want to see Kaepernick on my TV.
Give him a shot. He might know something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. But does he though? Like, what I mean? I'm not too sure about that. He might not know that.
Like he ain't been. I was like 12 when he was last good.
Yeah.
Like I'm 26. It's been at least 14 years since he was actually a good quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, and it was short lived too.
Yeah, very
He ain't
short.
getting no younger. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Alex Smith, man. People just do Alex Smith there. Just take his job and then go to the Super Bowl, man. Pat did the same thing. Who is these half breeds coming in here and taking my job? Taking teams to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, well, hey. It is what it is.
Well, what's going on, D, man? What you got on your list, man?
Let's see. So we already did the Draymond Dylan Brooks stuff in the Draymond topic we just had. So I'm gonna go. Well, actually, I do want to dance on the grave of some people that were quite a little bit arrogant, and I've always had issues with these people. And I wanted to be diplomatic because I didn't like who was playing still, and kind of root for them, but I couldn't even do it. And actually, if you're on Invest TV tomorrow, episode game 2 of Review and Post season 2025, you can watch it because I kind of go quite a bit hard. I'm not going to do that much on here, but I want to dance on the grave of the Boston Celtics because I've never seen any. Because the thing is if you go in history's sake, right? They say live by the 3, die by the 3. Typically, the die by the 3 that's not going to happen. You just kind of it typically doesn't really happen, but they're legitimately dying by the 3.
Yeah,
and it's like, was it who is his name? Derek White shooting 4 for 6 for 5 for 17 from 3, and Jason Tatum 4 for 15, and it's like that's like the numbers are so nasty.
And Horford acting like he can't hit nothing. What happened to Horford? I just gave him props a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
shouldn't have did that.
Ain't like they guarding him.
Right, wide open bricks. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna send prayers up for Porzingis because I don't know what's up with that. Whatever sickness that is that he's dealing with, I don't know.
Yeah, he's the key to that team doing anything.
Yeah, well, there's no getting away with not having him this year because the team is not as good as it used to be. And Al Horford is another year older. And it's like, shoot, he's already a fossil last year.
Yeah.
And honestly, a healthy Cleveland might could have took him out last season. If Jared Allen was healthy last season, they might could have beat him because they run 2 big men. But and they took 2 games with Mobley as the main center. So it's like, shoot, maybe. But that's wishful thinking.
Evan Duncan, you mean?
You're right. Or was it Tim Garnett? Yes, sir. Hey, he showed a little bit of that this year, man.
Yeah, he showed a little something.
And that 3 ball of his is starting to fall.
Well, all your boys are in there tonight, so
hopefully that
means do or die
something.
time. It's do or die time.
Yeah, they can't lose no more.
I mean, and then that's the thing is like a lot of people, they're like, because we kind of did the same thing Boston did when we greenlit the shooters, and it's like, oh well, when you have an open opportunity, fire that mug up.
I mean,
and that hasn't worked this series so far.
Mm-hmm.
It worked very well against Miami, but the shots haven't seemed to have been falling as great as they were. We just got the 3-pointer going right now. We're in the zone, hopefully. Let's take another big lead. But the thing about Boston is they're kind of just trying to spread the narratives. If they lose, they're not going to bring the same team back. That's not true. The truth is they are paying way too much money.
True.
And they've been doing that. And this is the year where that's going to come and bite them in the tail. So they're going to have to get rid of somebody. And that's why they're breaking up. It's not a money thing. It's a money thing. It's not a team thing. Because they want to make it seem like it's a big collapse and they're running this way and that way when that's not the case. And then that's the thing I fear personally.
Could
But I
just
should
raise
say
some ticket
fear it.
prices.
But
Yeah, right. Just raise the price.
yeah, that's all it is.
Man.
So it's a matter of it's pretty much it's just a matter of who wants to be. What do they want to do next? How are you gonna keep this team contending and sort of going towards the future? Because the thing about it, when you look at a team like Indiana, who's had a lot of success in the playoffs now, they got a bunch of young dudes and a star that isn't like a super duper. Like if you go back 10 years, Tyrese Halliburton, like you're telling me he's going to be a superstar and he's running the NBA championship offense. He's the best player on the NBA championship offense. Same with Jalen Brunson. He's the best player on the NBA championship offense.
Yeah, that'll have you thinking twice. Well, that's why I think whoever end up against the Thunder going into the blender from the East, it don't matter who in there. You know what I'm saying? Because they have a legit star over there. But when it comes to the Celtics,
if the Thunder make it and they don't get the Nuggets over there.
Nah, the Thunder be there. Thunder gonna be there. I don't see them not being there, man. They a well-oiled machine.
I'm hoping so, because my Cavaliers look like they're about to flame out. But if we don't, we got a shot. But it looked like we're about to flame out. So
yeah, to see the Celtics, their worst nightmare was Jaylen Brown getting that Finals MVP last year. You know, because it was like it was a wrap. They knew like they wanted Jason Tatum to be the face of the organization. But when it all comes down to winning, Jason Tatum, for some reason, just is not that guy. You know what I'm saying? He's going to always need somebody who's alpha to take over. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, his play style is really where his problem come from. Because the thing is, you would think at 6'9", 6'10", I'm putting my head down and I'm putting my shoulder down. I'm going into your chest and I'm going to the basket every time. Right?
Yeah. So if they're gonna,
why am I facing up and shooting the jumper?
He doesn't play that way. He has a good all around game, but you know they bail themselves out. The way that they play basketball is bailing themselves out a lot. Like they're not going in there for that contact. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to if they are going to have to rebuild or whatever, I mean, the series ain't over. You know what I'm saying? Like they could easily come back and win this against the Knicks and keep going and be in the finals. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But if they were to break it down and have to start over again, nobody's going to take Jaylen Brown's $300 million contract. No other team's going to want that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? And
that would be healthy.
And so you're right when you say that they're stuck, but I think they're stuck with what they have. I don't think they're going to be able to move anybody, to be honest. Maybe.
But what are they going to do as far as the big man, like getting rid of Al Horford? Who are you going to get to come fill the big spot?
I mean, shoot, you got Al Horford in there now, and shoot, he ain't doing that much. So you just need somebody to come fill in. You know what I'm saying?
But then that's the thing. Anybody who they get is going to be a regression because Al Horford in his shooting has been key for them for years now.
Yeah, been a big help.
And then Drew Holiday is fairly old. He's 37, I think now. So it's like he's not going to be Drew Holiday of old.
Yeah.
He's not going to be locking up the best player on the other team anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. And I seen they talking about it getting Ben Simmons. You know what I'm saying?
You can bet he won't be shooting a lot of threes.
Right, he's not.
And you know, the thing about Ben Simmons now is I kind of feel bad for him, but I don't at the same time because it's like he's sort of walking his way out the door now.
Oh, man, he walking himself out. For real.
Because he was supposed to be a superstar for years to come.
Yeah.
I mean, but not back injuries and stuff, and it doesn't look too good for him. I'll say that he played all right. Sometimes on the Clippers, he did play all right. He could still defend. He just can't be who he was no more.
I mean, did he have enough time to even say who he was? You know what I'm saying? Like, he just seemed
Been so
like,
long since we seen who he was.
Right.
yeah,
Well,
like,
that's
Mhm.
and the old thing is, in that fateful night when he didn't take that dunk
yeah.
over Trae Young, even
Mhm.
though he could dunk like NBA Live 2009,
Very
I've
intimidating.
seen.
Something in Philly, man, just be messing up them guys mentally.
Well, they destroyed Markelle Fultz's career.
Yeah.
They destroyed Embiid's career. Is pretty much destroyed at this
Yeah, I
point.
don't know where he goes from here.
Mhm.
For real, he don't even want to play.
And then somebody be like, "Oh, they should send Embiid to the Lakers." I'm like, "No, no, no, no! Send him over here."
Wouldn't that just be great? Another ball dominant guard.
Right.
How many you got? 3 balls out there?
Right. Come on, man. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's great. Yeah, the Cavs getting off to a good start today. But
We got off to a great start the other night.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. That
But
don't
the
mean
thing is,
nothing nowadays.
You want to see a good fourth quarter. That's what you
right, that's what I
Right.
want to see. Well, and the thing is like with Indiana, and then also I do want to actually talk about rules and refereeing because I told y'all the other night Scott Foster played his role the other night. Because
He got to explain his role a little bit.
yeah, well, it's like I'm not about to directly go into Scott Foster like that because I was out and about during the games the other night.
Yeah.
But what I can say is there was a specific play in the fourth quarter of that the Cleveland game, and it's like when you're at the 3-point line, you can't put your foot inside of the line until the shot is like at the rim or out of the shooter's hands.
Okay.
They aren't doing that. And then it's like you're telling me you can't reverse a call because the mug just sprinted full speed at the basket. Like that's kind of crap to me.
Mhm. That's
And
been
then
happening a lot.
also they call offensive foul when you don't. And then that's the thing too. They have the freedom of movement that doesn't make any sense. And it's like I don't have freedom of movement if I can't put the ball down and dribble in the
Yeah.
backcourt. Like you're not playing that good a defense. Like but
Yeah.
to me, that's the crock of crap.
Well, yeah, I
2
get
other
that.
sets of eyes out there.
Right.
Right.
He ain't telling them not to call stuff, Mhm.
And it's that playoffs or not, the rules are the rules. You step in the lane when somebody's shooting a free throw. That's illegal.
Right.
And it's instant turnover. And it should have been side out Cleveland ball instead of giving Indiana 2 points in that 7-point comeback. Because it's like if you're allowed to cheat, what rules can I break now since we're allowed to cheat? Because that's what we're doing.
No, I hear that. I did see a lot of that on the free throw line. People just walking around like, man, what the hell are you supposed? What are you doing?
See, Westbrook takes off every time he shoots. Think he gonna miss one before it hits the rim. He's taking off. That's supposed to be illegal, but he does it every time.
Yeah, and it's like that's not basketball. And then that's the thing too is certain people like Siakam missed like a lot of free throws at the end of that game, and I'm like, you were like a 70-something, 80% free throw shooter, and you clanking in the clutch. Really?
That happens. Your heart's in your throat.
Yeah, true that. True that, man. See, as far as this series though, I don't think it's the referees in this series. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing is the Cavs did try to adopt that Celtics way of playing basketball in the second half. And one thing about Indiana.
Well, it held up for that till the end of the third. It held up. And then by that point, we was tired and beat up. And I was like,
it didn't result in the W.
I mean, because of cheating.
It is not because of cheating. It's because Indiana is number one and number two for threes and twos.
Yeah.
They're 1 and 2. They're not neglecting one for the other. They have a good mixture of what they're doing. If the three ain't going, they going inside. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even give themselves a chance to see that the three ain't going. You know what I mean? They got a good mix of how they getting they points on the board.
Mm-hmm.
So
Those
when it
long
gets
misses
yeah,
will spark your fast break. And they were doing that a lot.
yeah, a lot of that. A lot
Mhm.
of that. You know, so
And now I will say, having Ty Jerome playing 30 plus minutes
that
and
was a
having a
problem.
green light to shoot whatever shot is not healthy or conductive to a roster.
Right. And Mitchell can't hit the side of a barn from 3 right now.
Yeah.
I'm
He
hoping.
knocked down him pretty good. Well, he'll hit one, but it's like him shooting 12 threes and only making one is kind of.
Yeah.
He just muscled the crap out of Miles Turner right there.
You're
I got
depending
him
on
bet.
Spider to shoot threes. You're gonna have a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh-wee.
Mhm.
He just did Spider-Man things, though. I tell you that.
He one of the best rim finishers I swear I've seen in the decade, right?
Strong and bouncy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Who was it?
ridiculous.
Did he dunk? Who did he dunk on?
Ooh-wee.
Was that Miles Turner? He dunked on last game? Or who was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
He bullying Miles, man.
Yeah, he crammed on that boy something decent.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm hoping he get out the slump today, man. I need him to hit a couple of threes for my parlay. You know.
He had some of the best scoring performances the NBA playoffs has ever seen. So
That is true. That is
now,
true.
and then think about it. You know what makes it even more messed up is I never studied the Elgin Baylor game, so I don't know if he won when he scored 61 in the playoffs or the finals that time.
Yeah.
But I do know that Michael lost with 63.
Yeah.
And Donovan lost with 57, and he lost
Sure
with 48
did.
the other day. So the playoffs has never been a one-man show.
Yeah. Those are usually catch-up points, 20, 30
Right.
of those points be catch-up points, and I'm just shooting the thing,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
man.
it's like, man, let's see. I'm gonna have to look it up and see and while we're here and see if I can find what the number is because
Bernard King about the only one back in the day when he hit 60s, they were winning. Beating the Pistons. Couldn't stop that cat.
Man. Well, yeah, that sounds about right there.
Okay, so Elgin Baylor did win that game, but he lost the finals, so I know for a fact.
Yeah, he lost the finals every year. He
Yeah,
never won
right.
the finals. Boston again, huh? Okay.
Right.
Jimmy scored 56 a couple years ago and won. And so pretty well, actually, it's just those top scorers that didn't win. And then there's that night that Dame put 55 against the Nuggets that he didn't win. So it's been a fight.
Yeah, I guess. Well, solo ball ain't winning ball.
Mm-hmm.
For real. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. I see Shea Gill been dialing it back a little bit on the scoring. For real. But I guess he really didn't have to play too much in that first first round.
Well, and that's the thing about the Thunder. The Thunder are so good that Shea Gill just doesn't really have to do much for them to win a game in the playoffs. And I mean, that's kind of out in Indiana one the other night. Like when it's time for your jersey to be called, he came up and his jersey was called. He came back. He came to play then. But it's like, shoot, I guess it doesn't matter if your team is the way it's supposed to be built. Your star shouldn't have to do everything.
The main problem with his scoring right now is everybody's starting to go to that zone,
Mm-hmm.
And about 3/4 of the way through the season, I forget which team it was, played him well in the zone and made a big comeback against the Thunder. Now everybody, that's the way to play him, So that does slow him down, You can't check him man to man. He's too elusive. So
oh yeah, he's something else, man.
keep him out the paint and that little jumper near the free throw line. He likes to shoot.
He get there.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
It's a little more difficult against that zone. A few more bodies, thrown at him. But if they're shooting good threes and the guys he's running with are hitting his threes, they're going to be pretty much unstoppable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the thing too is like them boys they're running and gunning. And then that's the thing too, is like, now I should say a lot of my anger and distaste for a lot of people comes from the extremists, because they want to get up and brag when their team wins. And it's like, oh, I told you they were going to win. And it's like, you didn't know anything. You made a bad bet that worked out because of circumstance. We're talking about logic and money here.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You can't make them parlay picks without logic.
Yeah, like, you gotta put some thought into it.
Like, oh, Russell Westbrook hit 7 3-pointers tonight.
Oh, yeah, you ain't betting that.
Better off throwing your money in the fireplace.
Right. For real.
And it's like,
yeah, that's crazy.
Because and then that's the thing too. Like even some YouTubers that I'll watch that talk about the game too, they'll talk about people giving them crap because everybody is like, everybody wanted to pick this team and it's like, okay, so you're upset at a Lakers fan picking the Lakers to win a game or the series. Like, yeah, we're fans of our team too. You're very biased yourself. You just got lucky that you won this time.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. It's a lot of stuff like that when we get to especially when you get to the playoffs.
And then as the Jokic people and all of them want to act like people are stupid for picking the Thunder when they won game 1. And it's like the Thunder are a 70-win team. They won 68 games.
And they showed why this last game, they showed exactly why.
Mm-hmm.
Shea Gill is the MVP.
Like, and then that's the thing, you telling somebody they stupid because they picked a 70-win team to win in the playoffs.
Yeah, they trying to make sure that they still little brother. They don't want the OKC feeling like they the big dog on the block. You know what I'm saying?
My man can make that call.
Right. See,
and then we don't know if they're going to be and that's the thing is when you win championship, if you look at what happened to Denver, what happened to the Warriors, what happened to the Lakers, what happened to who was it 121? The Bucks. The Bucks didn't really happen to them all that much because that was kind of a will thing.
Yeah.
But if you look at how they've done the champions of every year, we're rating your bench, and everybody that's a veteran that's on your bench that contributed, we're paying them big money. You're getting it. Like Jeff Green got a contract, like 2 more contracts in the league after the Nuggets championship, And it's like, Jeff was up there. He wasn't really doing much. He knew he wasn't Jokic. He just was on the team that had Jokic on it that won the championship, Uncle Jeff. But
he gonna get a check.
And then everybody that wins the championship, you get another year, you get cut a check. Unless you're like Boston and was like, we'll pay everybody to come back.
Yeah.
But they're rating your bench.
Player coach.
They're rating your bench. And they're hoping they could get some type of value out of one of the guys you got, or somebody that could come teach one of the young cats something on Washington.
Yeah. But
that's what you do.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy, man. If you look at it, it's if we're talking like Shea Gill or Ant-Man, right now everybody's talking about Ant-Man. Like went through KD, went through LeBron, going through. You know what I'm saying? Well, Steph, we'll see if Steph gets back out there.
Well, they said earliest he could come back is game 6, and actually, you know that's another one of them. Oops, you done thrown like this. Is you said it next by you saying that.
Yeah,
but so, you can finish the point where you.
Yeah, I definitely want to get on that, but like they're talking more about Ant-Man than they are talking about Shea Gill because of that. Like he's going through the legends. You know what I'm saying? Like they love a legend story. Like that's what moves the media. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because Shea Gill is going through today's superstars. Ja, you know what I'm saying? Jokic, and then it'll be Ant-Man. You know what I'm saying? Like he's going through today's superstars. So which one is more Shea Gill, what Shea Gill's about to do if he does this, if he goes through, Ja, Jokic, and Ant-Man, all seemingly in their primes, and then goes to the championship and goes through whoever's there. You know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
know, that seemed like a better run to me than talking about going through LeBron and Steph just because they're older and they got legacies that can never be denied. It's
Yeah.
not like you're playing against LeBron in 2010. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? You playing against 41-year-old LeBron.
Yeah.
You could
I mean,
roll out 72-year-old LeBron. They'd probably be talking.
honestly, he might could still play at 72 the way he going.
You might.
Not off what I just seen. For real, he should have got out a couple of years ago if that was the case. He gotta come back in and sure. If he
Daddy
gonna
time still undefeated.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
Sooner or
true that,
later.
man.
Sooner or
Yeah,
later.
but I mean I would be more impressed of going through these guys in their prime. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Oh well,
Mhm.
that would. Well, the thing is, he wouldn't have beat Steph if Steph was healthy and playing. And that's really the story of this series.
Mm.
Is if Steph didn't hurt that hammy, they would have been probably getting swept.
Mhm.
Mm.
But Indiana making a big
Could
run
be
right now.
right. Oh well, you know, I told you that's what they're gonna do. Because they play the number one outside, the number two inside
Mhm.
scoring team. I mean, there's no way to stop
Lot
them
of
from
pressure.
scoring.
Mhm. It's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
pressure.
The only thing you can do is be efficient on the offensive end. And when you start making mistakes like what the Cavs done did the last 2 minutes, dribbling it off their knee out of bounds and everything else,
Mhm.
you know, like and Evan Mobley just knocked down a three. Don't get three happy. Yeah.
Trying to stop the run.
And then
Mhm.
that's one thing about Evan Mobley that I'm not the biggest fan of is sometimes you like he just did. You got to take it hard to that paint.
Yeah.
Like you 7 foot tall, dog. That's a baby hook every time it's going in. I'm
Yeah, you got
faster.
to do that.
I can get it up faster than you could jump to block it.
And it opens up your shooters.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the Celtics' problem. Like the Knicks, no, they don't even got to guard them in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
If you noticed in that last minute, and you know what I'm saying, yesterday, they let Tatum right through the lane on that dunk. Like we're
Mhm.
worried about these
Olay.
threes.
Mm-hmm.
Olay.
For real,
Mhm.
like they figured out how to beat them. So now it's just about you know playing the whole 4 quarters. That's where the Knicks they can't get down 20 again. You know what
And
I
they
mean?
got
Like
an early.
they gotta be in it for the whole 4 quarters.
Yeah, they got an early game this time at 3:30 in the afternoon tomorrow.
Mm.
It'll be a tough one.
Not like
In New York.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
know
it's
them early games in New York are a mother too. I tell you that. But hey, if Boston going, if Boston, my hope right now is if my Cavaliers can't make a LeBron James comeback, I'm
hmm
hoping for New York to make the NBA Finals right now. I shouldn't have said it. Probably I'm knock on a little bit of wood. I don't want to jinx
Oh man.
since there's no logic in anything.
Right. If they play
Now,
their way there, let them have it.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess. I guess. For
and
real.
I'm
Can't beat
hoping,
Indiana or Cleveland.
and then that's the thing too is and then they're New York is not supposed to be where they are. Jeez. And the thing is like you lose every game against all your best opponents because they kind of quit, I guess, in all of the Boston games this year. Like on ring night,
hmm
everybody was a little bit high on the Knicks, and they got beat down. And it's like the Boston smoked them every game this year. But still, we got to the playoffs here, and New York had that comeback that they've been waiting on.
Well, I'm thinking like the lowest ratings finals would probably be, you know, involving the Pacers.
Yeah.
If it was like the Warriors against the Pacers, well, the Warriors got enough people watching, even though they
Oh, I wouldn't.
depleted.
I wouldn't even watch that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to watch it,
Well,
but I'm
actually,
just
I'm
saying.
probably not gonna watch the finals this year. No way.
You ain't gonna have a choice. You're gonna have to watch it. Like
It's only
if the
basketball at the
Thunder,
highest level.
No, it's
if,
not. Like Minnesota going to the conference final, they not playing at no high level.
if the
If
Thunder,
they
if it's
win
the
their way
Thunder
there.
against the Knicks, or so if the Knicks are there, it's going to be the highest ratings that you could possibly get because it's going to just be
Mhm.
everybody and their mama going to be trying to
New York
yeah,
crazy.
but I just want to see some good basketball. The actual best basketball that could be played. Shoot, man, it might involve the Pacers, man. For real,
They
they
play
seem
nice.
like they playing the right way while everybody else trying to,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? It seems like they got their game figured out while everybody else still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, they're scrapping.
Hmm.
For real. But
That was kind of a bonehead foul to make.
yeah, it's a lot of ridiculous stuff that's been going on to close out this first quarter, man.
Hey, it's like, what are you holding DeAndre Hunter for?
For real.
Man, what is he gonna do? And he got a technical for it. Ball
Yeah.
don't lie, I guess.
Mhm.
But yeah, that man, that's stupid. I don't know why he just did that. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm probably not watching the final. Like, I might check the score, but I'm not going out my way for it.
It all depends who there. If the Cavs is there, you're gonna be tuned in every game.
You're right. I'm about to buy that. I'm gonna purchase the $72 YouTube TV so I can watch the NBA final. Cavs make it, which ain't likely.
So are the Warriors completely out of it with Steph hurt?
I think so because yesterday wasn't good. Jimmy can't
Oh
do
yeah, it
that.
was terrible.
Can't work with those guys alone because you lose your advantage that you have of being the Warriors and having Steph Curry. That's a lot to lose.
Jimmy says he's trying to play the right way.
Mm.
That wasn't taking, what did he take, 14 shots? You're going
Mm.
to take at least 20, 22 shots to have an impact.
Yeah.
You can't play the right way if the other guys ain't ready for you to play the right way.
Yeah, that's something. And then you got the guys that they play for the Warriors, like
Garbage.
yeah,
They're not good. They're horrible. They're some of the worst basketball players to get rotation minutes in the playoff.
Mathurin about to take his butt to the bench. This is not the way you're supposed to be playing. For real. Like he about to take his butt to the bench and get stuck there. Cause you see, he ain't been playing no key minutes. And that's why, because he making some boneheaded plays. For real.
And then there's the thing too, is if Cleveland was to make the conference finals here, if they were to make it and beat Indiana against New York, how well do they hold up would be my question. Because the Knicks are kind of who exposed them when their first year together. So, well, not kind of, but factually, they were the ones that exposed them in that very first series they played. But the thing is, with Karl Anthony Towns' big soft tail being in there, that's
exactly where I was going with this.
And we smoked them and everything, but they still got Mitchell Robinson. So it's like, let's see, Garland for 2.
That ain't gonna do it because he can't put the ball in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Carl Lowry. He ain't gonna be able to do nothing. He ain't gonna be able to do nothing against them boys.
Turner, because Turner gonna be around that 3-point line, and he ain't coming out there. He don't like the air out that way.
Yeah, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Man, Indiana doing nothing the biggest shot in the world, man.
Yep, that Ben Shepherd gonna come in and take the Mathurin minutes. You better believe that. Because that boy
play so
play
hard. If they get the Knicks because they run so much. The Knicks can't play 5 and 6 guys and then think they're gonna run all
true.
day.
That's very true.
The thing about that though is New York only lost to them last year is because they were beat up and unhealthy, and this year they will be healthy.
Will they?
Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Well, one problem with the Knicks is that they have shortened their roster so far. Like, why isn't Precious Achua getting no minutes? He played so good in the season. Play the man. Let him get out there for give him 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean, if they went down 20, it's like, shoot, I can't put them in the clutch when I just came back from down 20.
Yeah, Campaign ain't getting no clock either.
Campaign needs to be playing.
Yeah, like
he can play some minutes just to, give you a breather,
Mm-hmm.
He got to get in there because Brunson is score minded, and you bring old boy in. What's his name? The other guard. Man, why can't I think of his name? Yep, you bring McBride in. He's another score minded player. Campaign is not score minded, but he hit the open shot. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what they need.
He's an opportunist, so he'll take it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't need to see Campaign in any more playoff moments for the rest of his. Actually, I would hope he would go retire somewhere personally.
Man, we got a campaign for Campaign, man.
Haterade.
Hey, I don't want to see him no more. I don't want to Campaign no more.
We have to
campaign. That's what he did to your Pistons.
It's not about Detroit. Daddy didn't do nothing to Detroit. He just won. He had one good game.
He won
That's
one
all they
good
needed
game. That was all on him, man.
Yeah. He was the man there for a quarter or so.
Right. Yeah, but Thibodeau, he got to play those guys. So just sitting over there on the bench, man. Like, or you're gonna be burnt out if you do make it all the way, for real.
And then that's another thing. That's why I wouldn't want New York to really win the championship, is because it leads to more idiots thinking that they know some stuff that they don't know nothing about. Because it's like a big dummy going and calling somebody, it's like, what about those Knicks, huh? And it's like, you don't know a damn thing what you talking about. you just talk because
everybody be cutting their rosters down to 6 or 7 players. There's no need for 10 or more players. We just need a good 6, 7. Play them 43 minutes and play your starters the whole 48.
It worked very much against the Lakers, that 6-7 in rotation. So
don't do that.
You got to have some studs to pull that off.
Oh yeah, and yeah. That's something, man. That is something. And Brunson, yeah, he doing his thing, but it's Bridges, man. Bridges for some reason, Bridges just always in the right spot when the game on the line.
Well, hey, he's been a great defender, and he's been playing impact basketball for years now. And that's funny that I hate Campaign, but don't hate him. Because part of me don't like him too, but I'm a fan of Bridges personally.
Man, what's really wrong?
Josh Hart, he plays so hard,
yeah, he's another one, yeah.
And then I support Josh Hart did what he do. I want him back on the Lakers, honestly.
I don't see how he get a silent 22 points. You don't even see it. You know what I mean? But it just show up in the box score.
A lot of putbacks, couple layups here and there,
And he has that ugly 3-ball of his.
Yo.
It occasionally drops.
Yeah.
This dude Matherin, man. Mitchell and Matherin.
I almost did something terrible watching this game just now. But I'm happy I didn't let my impulses get the better of me. About to get in trouble on here, man.
Matherin is a bum. I wish Giannis would have punched him.
It's a take foul on Mitchell. Wasn't he ahead of the game there?
Yeah, I mean, it is a take foul, but he lost the ball before he got fouled. For real, he should have been on his way up for the dunk.
They're going to review it.
Yeah. Tell the truth, refs. Tell the truth. That boy
Positions.
Matthew.
Let's see. Yeah, he did lose it before he got contacted.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the replays be ruining the game. And then it's like, oh, well, we can't do this, but we can't do that. And then we're making a new rule to do this or do that.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I wouldn't want to go back to the game how it was before the replays. I like the replays, even though they be taking forever and doing things. Shoot, I like the replays.
The only thing I hate is when one of those where somebody just blatantly slaps the ball and it scrapes your fingernail going out of bounds.
Yeah.
You lose the ball because you got long fingers. You know?
Right. Yeah, yeah.
You gotta change that. I'd rather not have replay myself.
Yeah, I hear you.
Somebody, it's just too much blatant stuff at the end where somebody slaps it hard or hits your arm or something and the ball just, barely touches you, but you can't get the ball back because they done broke your arm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You lose the ball though.
Mm-hmm.
I thought my Bill Kennedy was gonna be on the mic. He took about 2 months off there. He must have got sick or something. He lost a lot of weight too. Yeah, he must have got sick or something. I know he's a little on the gay side.
They gave him a clear path for it, actually.
Yeah, you don't never know when it comes to
He
that.
might have something.
They gave him a clear path, so they get 2 shots and the ball instead of just a take foul.
Yeah, definitely clear path.
Even though I feel like if you don't have the ball in your hands,
I mean, if you lose the ball on you, yeah, he did touch it. He should just let him go.
Yeah.
they let the coward get that
assessment that quick. I mean, that was bang bang. So lost ball touch.
They let a coward get these free.
Traveled before he even took a dribble. We traveled.
Right.
I took 2 steps.
And then you should be able to call a travel in those situations.
Yeah, I mean,
but there's like all these rules of what you can and can't call, and it's like,
you're supposed to be able to go backwards 2 steps, not forward 2 steps. When you,
And then Indiana shot 11 free throws in this game already.
They're playing aggressively. So
home cooking, huh?
Yeah.
Referee.
They're home cooking. Here we go with the refs again. This dude Matherin. I don't know what be going through here.
They like to be cheered for too.
Yeah.
And then that was a foul. Why did he pass that? I have no idea.
Yeah, we never know with these things.
This nigga, get Hunter off the floor. Good Lord.
Oh shoot, I didn't even know he was out there.
Like
he be a little ahead of me.
I was like, he just scored, but he getting run over, hit, abused, beaten.
Yeah, he'll be
up behind, yeah.
Yeah, I'm at about 10:25 right now.
So you might have just seen actually.
Yeah, 38. I'm at 38, 10, 38.
I shouldn't be ahead of you guys this time. I was like, I'm not on HBO today.
Yeah, or some kind of way.
Yeah, this is crazy.
I'm at 950, 40 something now.
Still at 10,
I ain't that too far behind you. I mean, it's just I'm just watching trash basketball right now.
Yeah, this is quite the crap show right now.
Right. Threes and fouls.
It doesn't help that Garland decided that he was going to foul 3 times in the first quarter. So he can't play till the second half.
Right. Well,
he's on limited minutes anyway, so just let me foul.
Right. And I don't know how bad his toe injury must be. Like, he must be broke to keep you out the playoff.
Like he tried to play with a toe. You know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Every step you take.
Yeah, man.
Gonna light up your life.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Now they got
that's
the actress lady on the sideline that own like the Hawks and then like another team too, or like what was it, the Lady Hawks or whatever.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, and then also the Yes Sir shirt. I hate that. That is such a crap slogan. Like, it's dog crap.
Yacers, Yacers,
Nah,
Yacers, Pacers.
nah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't know what they was aiming for that one.
Should have been yay instead of yes.
Right.
Closer to Pacers, at least it'd be Yacers.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I just don't know what the coach doing right now. If Matherin shoots another 3, this would just be ridiculous. What is he doing? Like,
Letting him expose his game.
yo, how are
This
you
is
the
my
one
game.
person? Right, you the one person on the team that's not playing within the plan. Yeah, he done shot 4 threes and missed them all.
Yeah, he's like a Benny Johnson kind of guy, supposed to be, huh?
You
Just
say
bring him
hit
in there to
one and
light
then
it up
he
a little bit. Gotta see if
gotta
he's
see.
hot.
Yeah, put his butt on the bench.
Yeah.
Man, that Reggie Miller is an ugly mug in his day.
Oh man.
His ears be flapping.
Yeah, like Eddie is the worst commentator in the history of Earth.
Ah, here we go, man. Let Reggie live.
I'd be
But he's
ready to
gonna
be on
be
the
your
news having to listen to Reggie when he be on.
main NBC guy coming next year. He's the main NBC guy.
Oh, no, no.
Let Reggie do what he do,
They
man.
just like him because he roots for the game. He's always gonna root for the game.
Yeah, that is true. If they make it to
Everybody's,
the
you
finals,
know,
they gonna make him do the finals. That would be
everybody's
terrible.
spectacular in his life. NBA life. Let me cut this light on in here. A second.
All right. We're gonna do Reggie like that, man.
Nah, he's the worst.
He deserves a ring, but never got it.
Yeah, I don't shoot. Yeah, I don't have sympathy for Pacers fans.
I mean, I hear that. I hear that. You know.
There's some guy tried to tell one of my homies because he had Lakers gear on, and then he tried to tell him that Reggie was better than Kobe Bryant.
Oh man, yeah, he
Hey,
tripping on
should have
that.
shot him.
I haven't been a big fan of Indiana since.
Yeah, nah, they definitely had their opportunities back in the day. They couldn't get over Jordan, and then
Couldn't get over LeBron.
yeah.
Couldn't get over really the Pacers. They're a story. Halliburton, if they actually get somebody that's actually good on the team on there with him, they might could take one day.
I mean, they keep showing up.
Yeah.
Middle of the pack all season, then the playoffs come, and here they go.
Another gear.
And I'm gonna keep
Keep it in
saying
the
it, man. They had the Celtics beat 4 straight games last year and let it drop.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be why the Celtics getting what they getting right now. Wouldn't that just be if they get swept by the Knicks after they had all 4 games won? Yeah, they'll know how it feels.
Yeah. It would only be karma.
What people are saying. Chickens are coming home to roost for themselves.
Yeah.
And then that was the thing too. The way people were talking, I was like, shoot, I I had to root for and then people be putting teams in bad spots for me because I was like, and people will be doing and talking so much, and then I get to not liking the team because of what they was talking about. Like people don't use common sense; they're running off emotion, and I was like, "You're overlooking what we got going on here."
Oh yeah, a lot of that is what's going on. Like even with that last Knicks Boston game, the Knicks fans was refusing to leave the Boston Garden. You know, the security lady, like, you guys gotta go. She done fell over the front row thing. Like, it was just terrible.
Yeah.
They like, we not going anywhere.
The worst fans in the NBA.
For real. They better watch what they say. We not going anywhere. It might be exactly what happens too. You might get beat 4 games in a row. You ain't going to the next round.
They're more scared of going out there with the mad fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not safe getting to my hotel.
For real. You gotta make sure you can get to your car. Yeah, because they was up in there refusing.
They really lucky Boston didn't try to kill them. That's the way how bad Boston is.
Yeah, that's what we saying. You gotta get back to your car playing around in Boston like that.
I think I'll hang around the arena for an hour or so.
I was like, I know it's not that far a drive, but the people in Boston ain't crazy enough to murk all of them Knicks fans. But that'll start a war. At that point, you'd be like the old Sexton versus Everett games where they had a fight and then you had to clear the whole crowd, just have them play in an empty stadium.
Siakam is playing like they messed up his Cancun reservation.
Fight happened and we got to kick all the fans out. We're not giving you your money back. That's what I want to say. If I'm the NBA, I'm not giving you your money back.
Oh yeah, can't do that. Can't do that, man. Yeah, you mess up, you ain't getting no money back.
Cleveland in trouble tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Siakam really, he playing like his reservations has passed up for Cancun. He wants to. He thought he'll be gone already. And the rest of the team, like, man, you better wake up.
Listen to party in Barbados or somewhere.
Right. Yeah, go sit your butt on the bench, missing all them free throws and turnovers. Man, get out of here.
Yeah. They give out any more awards this week at all? I haven't been really listening to them.
I haven't seen nothing.
I mean, the only one left is the obvious already MVP because I sent you guys the spreadsheet of the voters. So Shea pretty much already won that award.
Yeah,
gotta give it to him and make it official.
They named the 3 teams all NBA teams yet?
No, I have not yet.
Yeah, they ain't got there yet, man. Yeah, I'm still watching our simulation of our games. For real.
There were some entertaining games. I played that first, and I was like, man. When I seen Granddad's go out, I was like, man, they can start getting to it. I was like, oh man. I was trying to be diplomatic and let everybody have home court advantage since I was the one doing the sim.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, Baylor in there. You couldn't fit him in on mine?
I didn't know he was supposed to be in a rotation. I tried to do it from memory or what y'all best tried to explain on there.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I messed up on my list. I put KD twice. Kevin Garnett was supposed to be KD and KG. You know what I mean?
Well,
so I was like, oh man. I messed up. But yeah, I had fun watching it, man. You know what I'm saying? It definitely.
Did they give you a chance? Did you have a chance to rate them or something? How did that work? You just put them on the teams and the computer, the rest of the stuff. Or?
Well, all you gotta do is just put them on the roster. It was just a simple plug and play. I dropped everybody from the Lakers, the Bulls, the Cavs, and kind of put the people. I had to duplicate a few guys because it was hard to, because I was like, you want a kind of even fair balance.
Yeah.
Only thing I didn't really like about the sim, it didn't have Michael Jordan looking the best because they had to shooting some crap. Getting blocked.
He wasn't playing that well either. Michael, you know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
Kobe was a superstar on all our squads.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he was good enough.
Yeah.
Real. Oscar Robertson was doing his thing in the game between y'all teams.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, sure, he getting to it.
Yeah.
You know. And they seen the young fellas. It was like, oh, I'm going to show y'all. It was like, waiting for this opportunity.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering. Was there a rating system or something on there that was, you know?
I mean, he statistically he'd been on par with the point guards we all had because I had Magic and Curry. I think Unc had Magic and Curry too, and you had Oscar and sub for Curry and still had Magic. Magic played pretty good for me, especially in that first game.
Yeah.
But I mean, and then that was the thing too is like with all the LeBrons and stuff, and then everybody get the same numbers, so they got funky numbers and stuff. And I was
yeah.
It's like you can't wear number 6 no more because Bill Russell got it retired across the league.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to watch them guard each other. LeBron guarding LeBron. I think I know your moves.
Right. Exactly what happened to him when the Heat faced the Mavs in the finals. LeBron was guarding himself.
It was just cool. His learning series.
Right. Yeah, we have to we have to do the street ball. That'd probably be a little bit better, you know what I mean? Put the 5-on-5 street ball.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd probably be a little bit better. Probably a little bit more space. I noticed a lot. Like you be having it on Hall of Fame mode when they see
a little bit, yeah.
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 Yeah. I see they ain't letting no passing, no alley-oops, none of that. He's blocking. You know, 1 for every 5, 4 of them getting blocked. You know what I'm saying?
Bob Pettit too. I didn't see him.
Oh yeah, Bob Pettit wasn't out there. I noticed
he couldn't get no minutes. They didn't let him because the way they put them together. I was just trying to fix them the best way I could. And it's like it was kind of hard to get a good rotation on the minutes.
Yeah. I thought it would kind of be like that. You know what I'm saying? Even yeah. What was it? It was 6-minute quarters or 6 minute? Yeah. Yeah, I thought it would be that way.
12 would have been too long because
it would have been ridiculously long.
They said Raymond Felton says Jalen Brunson is better than Luka Doncic.
Yeah. And that's, well, you know what? I bet the Mavericks with Nico Waller, he probably saying the same thing now. Wish you would have kept Brunson over there.
Yeah, he should have gave him the money.
Right.
Over there, 300 pounds, talking about somebody being heavy is.
Yeah.
Let him guard Mr. Doncic. It was.
Yeah, we'll have to put these simulations together every once in a while. Pick a tournament of one-on-ones, you know what I'm saying? Like who we think, and then put them in the bracket. Because you can put them in the bracket how you want them in the bracket, right?
No, not with one-on-ones and stuff. I mean, we might could put a team that exists already in there, maybe. But
it don't let you do that with the street ball?
No.
Oh shoot, that would be dope. I guess we just have to wait and do that with our Invest TV game. One day. But you can play the one-on-ones though. You can play the one-on. Oh, we could just make our own bracket.
Yeah,
we can do that. We can make our own bracket and just simulate them. So we can do like the one-on-ones, the 2-on-2s, the 3-on-3s, where we'll draft so we don't end up with the same players on the same. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll do that.
And
That'll be
you
fun.
can pick the score. You can do it to 7, do it to 21.
Yeah, well, we have to go to 21 on those. I have to go to them. Yeah, they're gonna be some
Gonna
quick.
be wore out.
Yeah.
For real. But yeah, that would be cool. Do it that way.
The oop. Oh.
Got some power ratings on there though. That'd be the thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, they got each player rated for sure, and the way the computer operates, I always got to cut the substitutions off, the auto substitution,
Yeah.
because they be subbing my people in, and I'm like, no, this is where I want this person at. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
For real. I want Jokic playing the point. You know what I'm saying? Then sub him out immediately, put somebody in like, no, I want Jokic playing the point. So I got to cut the substitutions off. I got to manually make the substitution.
Put Elijah Wan on Jokic, shut him up.
Well, he did pretty good against Jokic in the sim, as you seen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, the Jokic wasn't getting nothing going.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm like, what is this?
Well, I mean, Hakeem is the most skilled big man of all time, in my opinion.
Wow. Did they just call a foul on Garland for that? Yeah.
Why they even put him? Why is he back in right now?
Right. He just picked up. You know what? He might be doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, why did he just get that dumb foul when he already got 3 fouls? Oh yeah, yeah, something going on, man. He must have the same agent Sengun. Sengun took the money, man. I don't care what nobody say. Game 7, he wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he touched the ball, he airballed. I said, wait a minute now.
That was kind of a stupid foul there.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
I don't know why he was back in the
game.
You're
not gonna call him grabbing me? Like, push him then. See if you call that. Yeah, I will.
Right. That's ridiculous, man. Boy. Yeah. So I don't know how this game gonna go. The Cavs look like they got it under control for the moment.
Control.
But Darius Garland foul out. It's not too hot for us. So
yeah, it's ridiculous that he got this many fouls. Like, this is just.
He got 3 fouls in 6 minutes, and then immediately got one. There's Pun subbing back in the second.
They're used to playing without him. They'd be all right.
Right. Beat Miami by 50 twice without him. So Tyler Hero, we can't get swept. We're gonna work hard and we gonna win one. Get blew out by 100 points.
Right.
It's like, man. And Miami, they was so stupid of them to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
He could have got the first pick in the draft.
Yeah, it's a lot of teams that's in trouble, man. And you know, them Rockets and them Thunder can get top 5 picks, man. Like, that's what keeps popping up. Like, boy. I don't know how that ping pong gonna bounce, but
I think it's next week is when the Cowboys next week is lottery. So,
man, if the Thunder get a top 3-4 pick, oh boy.
It's usually around Memorial Day somewhere they do the picks or the lottery anyway.
Let's see, Monday. So we got a couple days till the draft lottery because it's Friday night. So Monday, May 12th will be the NBA draft lottery.
Yeah. They
I'm excited.
Yeah, don't let the Thunder get one of them boys from Rutgers. Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, they need a little more size, so Ace Bailey would be their guy.
Man. Yeah, that's something, man. You got any more topics, D, for the day? Let's knock one more out, man.
One more.
Call it a night, man.
Let's see. We pretty much touched everything we kind of have to touch.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that.
I'm trying to spitball something. If I could find just one thing.
I'm trying to think because there's always something going on.
Oh, I do I want to pander a bit. Actually, I am going to pander a touch today because I get to defend some people that I might wouldn't. Well, I would defend them, but I wouldn't be the biggest defender of all of that stuff.
Okay.
So Paul freaking Pierce, and I think you know where I'm going with that. He's been tripping on his little relationship podcast lately.
Yeah.
He has some very disparaging things to say about black women and stuff like that. And I want to kind of come and set the record straight on that.
Okay. He said
And
some
it
things
now,
about marriage that he wouldn't get married.
yeah. And then he also said that NBA players marry white women because they're easier. You don't have to deal with them or whatever as well. And it's like Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce is an idiot for that. Let's be honest. And the thing about him now, I'll give him grace. He has his points that he might have, and because I had a few people send me what he said, and I had to explain to a few people why Paul Pierce is the way Paul Pierce is, because he said that to get married is only for the poor and like old folks and stuff. And he's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna get married till I'm 100 years old almost."
Okay.
And so it's like he very clearly is a jaded man because he got divorced like 2 years ago. So he's a very jaded man. Now, but mind you, he got fired from ESPN like 5 years ago for having strippers and all sorts of stuff in the crib. So he very clearly wasn't. He very clearly he's not the brain trust or anything.
Right. He's not the person that should be talking about this. Like he was some faithful guy.
And then he had Joy Taylor on there, and she was talking about all of her stuff because she said she wouldn't want a man of God and stuff because they bugged out on her in the past.
Wow.
So Paul Pierce and them? Paul Pierce is the last guy should be talking about all these topics on his podcast. Personally, I think that I'm not keen on the crap. As a black man who's probably been, I don't know what his ex-wife looked like, but as a black man in the public eye, you should never be crapping on black women in public.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of evil people that are going to come out and do that.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not somebody I'm about to jump to the defense and all of that stuff, but this is a situation where I kind of have to say something because, and then that's the thing, they try to run the narratives and everybody tries to disparage everybody. And the thing about it is at the end of the day, the black people always come back to each other. 80%, that's like an 80% rate. We marry each other at an 80% rate. If you black, you'll end up with somebody black 80% of the time. And a race, so all that stuff that's all another place. That's a whole different thing. But and then the fact that people like to sit up and then to me like throw crap at each other. Black men and black women need to stick together a lot better than they do. Because there's a lot of crap being thrown.
Yeah, social media and all that stuff ain't helping. It's painting a picture that's not really reality of the way that we should be, you know. From what I'm just hearing that you saying here, it shows me that they like what Paul Pierce said and what Joy Taylor said sounds like two people that don't want to be held accountable for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna find love, loyalty, or you're gonna find ignorance and cheating, no matter what the race is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a black, white, or in between thing. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna happen in certain places. But if you find you the right black woman, then yeah, she might want to see you with yourself sure of yourself. She might want to see you with yourself together. She might not want to see you with vices that control you. You know what I'm saying? She might want to see you being able to control yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be somebody who's out of control and you want somebody that's just going to, as long as you got some money, I'll be around. Yeah, to go get you the white girl in Beverly Hills that you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because a real black woman, who's gonna love you, is going to hold you accountable and hold herself accountable. You see what I'm saying? Like, so if you're looking for real love, or if you're just looking for what your money can buy, kind of seem like what he talking about. Joy Taylor's, from what she's saying, like saying she wouldn't want a man of God. So she doesn't want a man who knows his true self. You see what I'm saying? So you want a man that you can dupe. You want a man that you can use for yeah. You want a man that's easy to play. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna have emotions that are shaken, and is someone who's not humble. You know what I'm saying? Because the sturdiness, the foundation, and the humbleness comes from a relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? So what she asking for is something that's toxic. She doesn't want to feel safe. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody crazy.
Right, right. You don't want to feel safe and loved. You want to feel those. You want to believe that you can just have those things on your own. You know what I'm saying? And that's if you want to be that type of woman, that's your prerogative, but you're gonna be alone though. Like you want to have it on your own, you're gonna be alone. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of desperate nights.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it just sounds like two people who don't want to have to hold themselves accountable to people who are actually confident in who they are. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. Paul Pierce talking with his money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you would think that, well, the thing is, athletes do have quite a different experience than a regular person. So I can say he might be a little bit jaded because of what, and then that's the thing too. But it's like, as black men, as a black male myself, I have a responsibility, and we all have a responsibility. Those is, they should never be disparaging black women. About, and then that's the black women, they do that a lot on the internet. They like to disparage black men on the internet, and both need to really nip this crap in the bud, because like I said before, we are the only people that have each other's back at this point. We have to be each other's rock, because nobody else is going to have our back.
Yeah, you're 100% right about that. Like,
and then they got like the red pill guys, like Mark Lamont Hill was on Piers Morgan with Myron from Fresh and Fit, and the white girl who got in trouble for saying the N-word while she was cooking in a video. And then he got Piers Morgan was trying to make a point or whatever. It was like, okay, well, if you want to say it, then say it then. And Mark Lamont Hill was bugging out. Because I don't do that while I'm up here. And it's like, yeah, I understand why he didn't, because he's one of those. And Mark Lamont Hill is an intelligent man. But the thing is, at the end of the day, when you have people like Kanye just did a song called Hail Hitler. And it's kind of catchy. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's kind of catchy.
You listened.
But it was on Twitter, and it was a clip. Clicked on it. It's not too bad, but I'm definitely considering taking Kanye out of all of my stuff after all the stuff he has done. I'm about ready to throw Kanye out the door for good now.
Yeah.
As much as I enjoy his music in the past, I'm about ready to toss all of Kanye out for good.
Nah, I mean, I fully understand that, man, because what you take in, whether you're looking at it, you're listening to it, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you take in is what's going to that's what's going to produce in your life, you know what I'm saying? So nah, you guys should stay away from the junk.
Yeah. But then so I got to finish that point of what I was doing, because I took it pretty far with jumping to all of that stuff. But the point being is, when you have people like Myron, who I mentioned too, he was from Fresh and Fit, you have people, the right wing people that claim to be intellects and all of these things, spreading bad. Because the thing is, when you go and look up all the statistics, everything besides pedophilia, black people are number one. Everything bad besides pedophilia, black people are number one. And it's like, the people that are most inclined to using, and then that's the thing, it's like, so how are we number one in STD rates when we're the most inclined to use protection, and then stuff like that. It doesn't make, some of it seems a little fishy to me.
And
But
who's doing the survey?
right,
Yeah, that matters.
Mhm.
yeah,
And we'll
and
disregard all this information.
mhm.
Right.
So it's like when you have people coming and then they're saying that black women are the least desirable race to date,
Mm.
and you have Paul Pierce, somebody who is a actual like a real black person, like yeah, like
Right.
somebody who's grew up in the
Who
black
should
community,
be
grew up
protecting
around.
black
You
women.
have to be protecting these women. You have to be
Yeah.
protecting black women as
Yeah.
a black man,
Yeah,
and
I get
it's
that.
like,
I get that point 100%. You're
and then even
100%
if you're
right about
married
that.
to a white woman, you should still be protecting black women
Yeah. Yeah.
because they're going to get disparaged. Because, like I just said, if they say the Pajiits, they say the Arabs don't want them, they say the whites don't want them, they say the Asians don't want them, the Mexicans don't want them.
Mm.
So then at that point, who is the only group that's inclined to talk to them is the black man, because that's our people. We were raised. Most of us were raised by a great black woman or
Mhm.
somebody who put everything on the line for us. And it's a shame that somebody like Paul Pierce, like that's like LeBron grew up with a single mom sitting up and marrying a white lady and was just letting some people crapping on black. Like that doesn't make any sense. A lot of these NBA players and athletes was raised by a single black mom or an absentee father, and
Yeah.
still crap on black women.
Mm.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
But
happens.
that's kind of what I was talking about the other week when I was saying real, like when I was saying kind of like real N words.
Mhm.
Like if
Yeah.
you're real, you're like there's a duty that you should have some morals and character. I should say that's really where I'm trying to say. You should have some type of moral and character.
Yeah, you should be a protector. You know what I'm saying? You should have that type of pride over who you are and who, you know what I'm saying, who your daughter could be. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like it's crazy. It's crazy because yeah, social media, reality TV is gonna tear down the black woman more than anything else. You know what I'm saying? And pit the black men against each other and make black women making black men feel like they ain't enough. Black
Mm-hmm.
men making black women feel like they not desired. You know what I'm saying? This is what they show on TV and beyond. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So whenever it's on
These are
your court,
babies.
yeah,
Right.
whenever you got something on your platform, yeah, you should be taking up for your people. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You should be
And
taking up for your people.
and then that's the thing too. Even with other races, I have seen stuff like this before.
Hmm.
Like the Hispanics are the only people that, or I should say, Hispanics in their sense of family, they stick up for theirs most of the time.
Yeah, they have their moments.
And yeah, everybody has the bad apples, but it's like shoot. In the modern day, you got to do the right thing by your people, and in a very volatile political environment,
Hmm.
a black man who probably came from a single black mother. I don't know if his dad was in his life like that or his. He might have. If he had a father too, it's even worse
Hmm.
because it's like you don't got you disparage like your mom was definitely a black woman. Like Paul Pierce is not mixed. I don't think.
Not that I know of. No.
So I don't understand why. And then it's like what because and then that's when when they always say, "Oh, your mom was black." That's when this comes into play. That argument that they like to make. So it's like, "Oh, your mom is black," and it's like, "Oh, well, yeah." It's like in this situation because it's like I could never get up and be like, "Oh, all of them are." It's like if I'm gonna get up and say all black women are garbage and
Damn.
headstrong and all of that, to
Yeah,
do that
that's nuts.
from somebody I have y'all know like y'all know my y'all we had some great black women we came from.
Right. True. True.
So it's like it's disingenuous and it's terrible that he is saying that with a fair skinned lady across from him at that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's insane. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of it is what they're being fed, and like I said, the media, social media is bad for it. TV is awful for it right now. Because you think about it, any TV show you watch, any black man you see on there, generally is going to be a criminal or somebody doing something wrong, you know, in an
Yeah.
abusive manner.
Yeah.
You see very few black men now on any TV show of any type. And I think they're skirting it right now because they're putting a lot of black women into the, so they can say we're not biased against your race. We got black women in here. Black people are in
Right.
here. It's just not a black man. It's usually a black woman, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it right now with colleges is going on, because, some of my buddies that teach and work in colleges are talking a lot about that, that it's like most of the young ladies are, they're at least the higher educated black ladies are starting to look, at all other races more so than black men for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
and that's really affecting some of the thinking there too,
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
and
Yeah.
from what they've seen, either they don't want anybody that was like their dad or don't want anybody that was like their brother or the people they had in their neighborhood or whatever.
Right.
If they feel like they made it or got out, you know, being with some other race is, more secure for them, more whatever.
Mm.
Who knows? But that stuff is just, and it's permeating right now. People are seeing it, and it's just very hard to, for especially for black men to maintain a certain image. Although they see on the news we're doing something wrong,
Right.
they see it
That's
on
true.
TV we the criminals. You
Right.
know, the only time we get positive feedback is in athletics.
Mm.
And they just want to see us on the field or on the court. They don't want to see us in the hood or in their neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
know. So it's really difficult right now. We have to be real protective of what we're doing and you know make sure those positive images are out there for everybody to see.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
True
then
that.
there's a lot of people at fault right now, and I don't know what the cause is. We tend to go to more to podcasts and things like that instead of trying to be mainstream these days. So
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to change it because you're not going to get a whole lot of white folks watching your podcast too much. It's not,
Right. You right. You right.
unless you're a famous athlete or somebody that they're interested in hearing what you got to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm.
just an average black person. White folks just ain't going to tune in.
Yeah. I mean, well,
And
you see that with LeBron. You know what I'm saying? He
hmm
tried. He tried to do the shop with his homies.
hmm
And not getting the whole demographic you thought you was gonna get. So then you go
right.
and do the show with JJ Redick. Now you got Steve Nash. You know what I'm saying? So you see that. You see that he's somebody who's trying
hmm
to be forward thinking when it comes to that type of stuff. But yeah, even with him being somebody that people call one of the greatest athletes of all times,
hmm
you still not breaking through that way. And
Right.
I mean, and then it kind of see it's kind of what you think the goal is. You know what I'm saying? Like what is your goal when it comes to that?
hmm
Like with me, I don't have no goals with that type of stuff. It's just wherever God puts me at, that's where I'm gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And
hmm
I know that's where my impact is gonna be felt, and I know that's where the blessings that come from that will be limitless. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't want to get caught up in fighting with the same goals that somebody that on ESPN is fighting for. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? Like
hmm
yeah. So I mean, I guess that's how you stay away from the nonsense too, though. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like yeah. But you never know. They come and start
Yeah.
dangling them checks. Like, oh yeah, you trying to do this and do your own thing, but what about
Yeah.
this?
How about a little nonsense sprinkled in there every now and
Right. They give
then?
you this $10 million check if you say this every once in a while. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Good
So
clicks in there.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it's nothing wrong with it because it's like if I build the capital, I can build my influence.
yeah, I
As like
mean,
if I
but
because it's like, oh, it's
Want to be
proof of
known for the
concept.
right thing.
A lot of the people that don't know, or a lot of the people that's hard headed, will only see your credit and give you your success if they see that dollar amount on you.
oh yeah, that's the majority of how the people gonna act. But key thing
Mm,
you said there is if you get it up. You know what I'm saying? Like if
Mm-hmm.
you get your money up. But
Yeah.
if somebody gives you the funds,
Mm-hmm.
now they got influence on what you're doing. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And that right there is something that I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like if it's a sponsor and they like, man, we want y'all to put our water bottle here, fine. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But if it's somebody who's trying to like, we need y'all to talk about this, and if it's something we don't agree with, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, how everybody this week I've been hearing people like, oh, Stephen A. Smith has to talk about the Cowboys. He has to talk about this. Like,
Yeah.
like he's ESPN's boy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
man.
mean, he is. I mean,
I mean, yeah, clearly, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
It's
he
true.
like he was on Law and Order. Like Stephen A. is doing a lot. Like, and that's why I hate that Shannon did what he did. And it's like Shannon, he was on his way to achieving success on the level of a Stephen A.
I mean, they giving Stephen A. $100 million to be their boy. You know what I'm saying? If you got $100 million dangled in front of you, a lot of people is not gonna be able to turn that down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
you turning down $100 million right now?
Yeah, I got to. If it comes with me being with strings attached, you know what I'm saying? Like if they got strings on me, I can't do that.
But all they asking for is you to produce some content. Not say,
if they paying me to be me
here.
If they're paying me to be me, then that's cool. But if they're paying me to be them, you know what I'm saying? Say the things that we won't put our face on saying, I can't
want you to say.
Yeah, I can't do that. I mean, it's the same thing with politics. You know what I'm saying? They say, oh, these votes put the president in, but we know their money put the president in.
I mean, we just watched it. They bought that election.
Yeah, like, so this is, you know what I mean? So it's about, you got to align yourself with what aligns with what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not taking no foolish man's money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking a foolish person's money. You know what I mean? If it comes with strings attached to wickedness, I can't do it.
No, thank you.
I can't do it. But see, the thing about it is going through that though, the pain and the suffering that you might be like, dang, this money could take that away. Wealth that God bringing to you on the other side of that is going to be way more than what they offered you. You see what I'm saying? Like the fact that they offered you that amount, that just lets you know how much God working through you. Like he got more for me than what they just brought to me, because they brought me something this amount in wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Like they want me to do something that don't sit right with me.
Right. Temptation.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how the devil works, because he comes to you with honey. You know what I'm saying? He don't come to you with something that's gonna turn you away. He come to you with honey. It's gonna look real good to you. You know what I'm saying? For real. But when you know it ain't right and you turn away from that, that's you making a choice, man. That's you making the righteous choice. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you're gonna receive more than you're gonna receive more than you would have ever imagined. Yeah, I'm definitely turning down if it don't sit right.
Okay.
But if it's something that come through and they just want us to be us, hey, let's go.
Cha-ching.
For real.
Yeah. I think, just in general, as Black men, we as a race, we're going to have to do a better job. You know, we want to keep our women interested in us.
Well, interest from women isn't our problem. It's a matter. It's really just a matter of us protecting our own, which we do a poor job of. And like you have stuff like we let the ignorant, and then that's the thing, it pays to be ignorant. You have the sexy red attitudes of the world. Stuff like that is taking the forefront instead of our forefathers, our strong people. People want to watch the crap hit the fan. They don't want to watch Mr. Like, they don't want to watch a strong example of a man. They want to see the crap.
They don't want to see the female rapper with her clothes on. They don't want to see that. They want the one that's going to be saying the most ignorant thing that she let come out of her mouth. And they want to put that on TikTok and get our youngins to watch it and act like that.
Have the least amount of fabric.
And then that's the thing too. Our young men are trying to follow these rappers and all of these people. They're trying to wear all the chains, all the jewelry, when they're not rich as these guys. They don't have the motion these guys. Hey, they don't have the motion these guys got.
Yeah.
But everybody wants to be like NBA Youngboy. Everybody wants to be like you see, even Ja Morant. Ja Morant's an NBA player and could be a legend, but he wants to be like NBA Youngboy and flash his gun and stuff and be a thug dizzle, you know.
Thug
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, I hear that. And it comes with making things, you know, it comes with making things accessible. That's why when Pop said we got to do better as black men, that is true. You know what I'm saying? It's true that we got to do better, you know, because there are things that we can be doing. Like it shouldn't be there's the basketball camp is coming and it's a whole bunch of kids at the basketball camp and we know ain't none of them going. What about the kids that ain't gonna make it? You know what I'm saying? What about them? What programs do we have? You know what I'm saying? What are we involving them in? Showing them from a young age that they have options. Don't just have to be basketball, music, or bust. You know what I'm saying? For real. So
Learn business, learn medicine, learn something.
Well, and then that's the thing. Like I went to the bank today, and then there's a black guy that helped me out in getting what I needed to be done. And I was like, shoot, that's like we should be like having a job shouldn't be the worst thing a man can do.
No,
you know. And like it's such a spot we're in right now. And then I could kind of piggyback on what Granddad's point is. We're supposed to kind of get a last topic here, right? It's a very loaded topic and a lot to talk about with it. But I could kind of piggyback on that because it's not just us in that scenario that he was describing. White people are dealing with that too. And who is it? Hispanics are dealing with that for sure. Because I swear to you, I'm in Michigan State almost every day. I deliver to Grand River. I deliver to dorms. I deliver to the houses on the other side of everything. And I was like, the Hispanic males, I don't see as many Hispanic males as I see women. I see Hispanic women everywhere, but I never see Hispanic males to make up that difference, right? So it's like there's a lot of our women are going to, a lot of the women are going to college and men aren't going to college. But it should be more black men in trades. Like my brother is in a trade. He does plumbing and pipe fitting and all that. And then he's one of the only black people there. So it's like, you know, we should be doing more to setting ourselves up for the future. Like, and you can still do the jewelry and all that. You can still be your own boss, but you just got to handle business on the flip side, you know?
Well, yeah.
Diversifying something good.
Yeah.
That kind of go back to what I'm saying because they need to see it from young that there's options. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're like the guy at the bank, all right, he needs to know that there's a community of people behind him that if he learns how to do the stock trading, we all about to invest. You know what I'm saying? So now he's at the bank, he has his way in, but now he sees his way, you know what I'm saying, to progressing and to evolving. You know what I'm saying? How your brother's in the trade. Like, all right, man, now we're gonna put you with this person that's in our community that got the business. You know what I'm saying? Now you the lead of this business and you got plumbers under you and you just show up and sign the checks. You see what I'm saying? Like we need to have it set up like that to really make an impact. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because right now we it's like a one-off. Like, man, he at the bank and we might not never talk to him again. You know what I'm saying? He go through life getting pulled by this boss and that boss and may never reach the potential he could have had if he was a part of a community that was actually serious. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got to build. You know?
Halliburton 1 for 6 with 2 points going in the third here.
Shoot, that's kind of what I'm trying to build with Invest TV, so where we don't have to all just be next to each other. You see what I'm saying? Like we can be doing that through the web, and as we build and generate funds, we'll be doing more things in person. You know what I'm saying? And throwing more events and stuff like that. So yeah.
Unfortunately, you know, you run a trade show, you might get 5 or 6 brothers showing up, you know. You run a rap contest, you got, you know,
oh man,
400 showing up trying to do some, you know, they're gonna take the easy way out, you know, and that's, you know, something we've got to get, you know. It's like they just, I don't know, just can't take the easy way out anymore. You got to put the work in and you know.
Well, shoot, to take it from somebody like me who's who went down these paths, you know what I'm saying? The camaraderie is in the neighborhoods we grow up in. The camaraderie is in playing sports, doing music, and drugs. For real. That's where the camaraderie is. Like,
well, I'm not gonna lie to you, as somebody who I'm about 15, 20 years your junior, right? And
I think
we don't have the same like camaraderie and friendship like y'all used to have. Because the thing is, it's like
I think I was 13 when you was born, man. Don't try to make me that old.
I was about 15 when you was born.
Somewhere around in there. But no, I feel what you're saying. What was the camaraderie that you seen in your peer groups?
Well, because I feel like at least like with our friends, like we like that with our homies, like friends, like we like this, right? But when you got somebody that I just went to school with casually, you'll see them out in the street, you might not even say nothing.
Yeah.
Like, or we not saying, well, like even with people you might have been cool with in school, and you don't really talk to them no more. You might give them a little head nod, or not even say a word to them. You know?
Yeah, I hear that.
And, like when I see older folk get together, like you might see your mom, see a lady she used to go to school with, and then they say hi, they friendly.
Right, yeah, they get to chopping up for a minute, yeah.
And people don't do that anymore, you know? And that's another lost recipe. Like we're losing recipes. That's really kind of what's going on right now.
Yeah, I hear it. Well, shoot, that's because they get all the information come off these devices. If I see you in person, I'm weirded out. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to everything.
You got legs.
I mean, even in school now, like shoot, the elementary school, you go and learn from the computer while you got a teacher in the class. She telling you, hey, face that computer. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, when are you gonna teach me something? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just a security guard in here. You ain't no teacher. You know what I'm saying?
A whacker.
Right. So it's like, yeah. So that's really what you want to bring back is that just that togetherness and things like that. You want to put the camaraderie in the right places. You know what I'm saying? Because we knew it was gonna be. If you had straight A's, your friends ain't all gonna have straight A's like that. It ain't like they pushing you to have straight A's. You know what I'm saying? When really, like, that's what we should have been doing. Like, man, look, man, we about to right. Like, I got straight A's. I'm about to make sure you got straight A's too, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like anytime, like
talking
like
about
I said, when I played for Everett, and they be running them sprints. I told you I was lazy. I didn't want nothing to do with the running. You know what I'm saying? For real. And they like, man, you come in here and shoot the lights out, but you don't want to get in shape. You know what I'm saying? And then one of my teammates was like, man, every time we do the sprints, run next to me. You know what I'm saying? And that got me faster. I was like, oh, shoot. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Somebody actually took the time to be like, man, let's do better. You know what I mean? For real, you know.
But,
so that's what it takes.
That's not just a you problem. That's a problem with a lot of black folk. Because like they were doing going back to Mark Lamont Hill, and he had was having an argument about because they all have it like statistically, all black people have lower IQs than these people and all of that. And it's like, sure, there are some dumb black folk, sure, but I for one know a lot of smart black people, but I'm related to a lot of
I mean,
smart black people.
All this stuff is all racist.
A lot of people, I feel like a lot, and the thing is, the problem that I had, I felt I was arrogant to the point I was like, oh, I have a higher intellect than a lot of people here. I don't have to try to do this. I could do this in my sleep. I don't have to do this crap.
Yeah, true that. True that.
But it's like then I'm in with commoners. I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here with these people. I'm supposed to be with, you know. But the thing is like a lot of people have the intellect, they just don't use it the correct way, or have the desire or drive to go where they're supposed to go with it. And what can we do to fix that?
Yeah, they take it for granted, you know what I'm saying? And then you realize that you done squandered time, you know what I'm saying? For real, like, all of that.
And then that's why you should listen. That's why if anybody watching, that's why you should be listening to me. Anyway, now you should be listening. The reason why I know what I know about the stuff I know what I know about is because I've researched it, I've studied it, and I know a lot about it, and I'm Mr. Philosophy. I'm all world philosophy.
I hear what you said.
There's not.
Yeah, you got to write some books.
Right.
Well, and that's
Yeah.
I was like, I might have to one day.
It come with the product, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, your knowledge. Yeah,
The
your
proof
knowledge.
is in the pudding.
And then that was why, because the thing is, I was like, because I didn't necessarily process it until like this week, but with Coach Jones and our basketball minds from the olden days, and watching Boston do what they do now,
Yeah.
like granddad told the story about who was it? I think it was I don't know if they made the NBA or not, but it was like some young boys from like Indiana or whatever. They came up and they just running all over the floor. And it was like a track guy that was sprinting, him and Jones. And
Oh yeah, that's what he's talking about last
and
time.
it's like with those are lost recipes. Why can't we perform like Wilt Chamberlain did no more? Why can't we have people like? And then like how you talked about your free throw competitions with Coach Jones, how he would always manage to get you even though you were a sniper, you know?
Right.
It's like those are lost recipes. Like there has to be people that learn from him and continue it forward and teach somebody else to where they can teach the next generation and the next generation.
Yeah.
We can't afford to lose recipes and brains and great people and not take what they got.
It's gonna take some people to do things selflessly, and they making it harder because with the NIL money and all that, we done dove into that, and we'll do that plenty more times, I'm sure. But they making it harder for you to do it out of the goodness of your heart. You know what I'm saying? Like now everything got a dollar amount attached to it. And you see that in a young child now. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. They looking for they looking for the out the womb, they looking for that juice. Like, ooh, yeah, here we go. I got one. Like, nah.
And Miles Turner just went down on this game here.
Ah man, can't have that. He been stretching the floor, man.
Yeah.
Stretch it all the way to the locker room.
Yeah, done for the night. Huh? Yeah, man. So it come with the they took him out. It's just gonna come with you gotta build.
It's a mental shift they gotta make,
Yeah.
A lot of the generations in the past, generations before mine, they were just looking to how can I make it, some kind of way. Working in factories, jobs, and all that kind of things. Factories and all that stuff is dwindling. Those jobs are not prevalent anymore. You got to know something. You got to study to get. You can't just walk in. I'm hired. I'm ready to labor and make money.
Right.
But those jobs aren't there anymore. So we gotta do the work. We got
they
to do the
build
work.
robots to take them jobs.
Instead of talking about each other, you made straight A's. Oh, you a nerd, you a punk, you a this.
Right.
You should be saying, how can I get to a straight A level and get myself boosted,
Right. Like this is
and those are the things we got to do as a community. And
for real.
It's so hard.
We're what,
People are just
13% of America? They say we're 13% of America.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but we make the biggest impact.
Yeah,
that's what I know.
And that's the thing. We make a big impact, but we're not.
Gonna get passed by the Latinos soon. We're not reaping 12%. If they're not caught, they're gonna catch us soon. But they don't have our legacy, So,
yeah,
even
right.
We're trying to, delegicize everything.
We're not reaping the benefits, of being the most impactful race because of the selfishness that comes with it. Like once you might be a community thing until you get up, then it's you that's up. You know what I'm saying? And then, because might be some people that's trying to come to you and come up with you, but they don't have their stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have your stuff together. You can't just halfway because you know somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like put it together for real. And that's why I'm saying it's gonna be from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be like we're gonna at least I know. Through what I'm doing, we're gonna have to show them how to do it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to show them that you're not alone. Get to show you, like, man,
Mm-hmm.
if me and my homies, if I'd have been like, man, yeah, I got straight A's, and I know my homies don't, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I should have been the one to be like, look, man, this is what we own, man. If you don't like
Mm-hmm.
that, then we ain't cool no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and just imagine if we all got straight A's and we all get accepted to the same college on scholarships. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we should have been on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because there
Got a
wasn't no reason
foundation to
for us
build
not to
from.
be.
Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then when I look at my kids now, I'm like, man, how could you get this assignment wrong when they gave you all the information? All you need to do is take good notes. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like knowing that now and wishing that I
Mm-hmm.
knew that then, like, yeah, man. So this is what has to be instilled in what's coming up. And another thing is we can't show it all.
Mm-hmm.
We can't show it. It can't all be about show. It has to be about. It has to. You have to make an impact, and you have to let it show itself. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? For real, like a lot of people, they out here, they whatever they doing, they gotta have a camera on it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
they got, and
And it's a
they
one day event.
right, and you're giving them something to target.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
okay, this your first time doing this, and you think you're doing it big. We about to come shut that down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah, build something, build something. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Let it, let it grow.
Mm-hmm.
Burn
For real.
it.
You
Well,
know?
and
Turn
then
it.
that's the thing too. Is like, well, this is another loaded topic to jump into. Like, they were talking about how I forgot who exactly it was I was watching, but they were talking about how the billionaires are like the biggest piece of they have all the money, and so just so few people have all the money, and
Yeah.
then everybody else is kind of just sort of dwindling and just around getting by.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not I don't think that's conductive to a society.
Well, this is why you don't make sure you don't fall for no cryptocurrency schemes. For real, because
Okey
they
dokes.
got like they're gonna find a way to tear that crypto coin down. Like like they got all the money. So why in the world would we let you a new type of currency come around
Mhm.
that we can't control? You know what I'm saying? Like no.
Right.
You know what
Well,
I'm
and
saying?
then that's it. I was a little too. I was just a touch too young because I might would have bought a few of them coins.
Yeah, I feel sorry for people who got coins now. They like, oh, I got this much money in the coin. Like, okay, go try to cash it out and see what happens. For real. Nah, they gonna leave you right at the and they gonna put the
Mhm.
close sign right at the register, man.
hmm
For real. Yeah, man. So
The house always wins.
yeah, you ain't lying about that. They gonna put
Yeah.
Miles Turner on the bike. They trying to
And
wait
Yeah.
and see if
Ty
they can
Jerome
break
has been
within 10
playing horrible
points.
today. Ty Jerome has been very frustrating to watch in this series. And Nimhard, the hero, Superman again.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, oh,
man,
boy.
because he beat New York in Game 7 last year.
Yeah, he do. He be showing up and doing his thing, man. We'll see how it go.
Yeah, for
Let's let
sure,
it
for sure.
play out a few more days and see what see what comes
Yeah.
up, man. But hey, that was a good discussion that we just had right there, man. Because I'm gonna have fun listening back to this from time to time, man, and just getting reinvigorated for
hmm
real,
Excerpts out there.
for real, man.
hmm
Hopefully the listeners
Gotta build.
will link
Mhm.
up with InvestTV.club because we trying to do some real work here. You know what I'm saying? We trying to do this thing the right way. You know what I mean? And I'm excited for what the future holds for real. Yeah, man.
Wonderful.
All right, man. We'll call it for the night, man. I'm gonna lock in, get ready for this Nuggets game.
All right.
Yeah,
Hopefully the Nuggets will be pebbles by the end of the day.
yeah, I hear that, man. I'm trying for real. I want the OKC to go ahead and lock this up.
Mhm.
All right, man. I'm get with
All right.
y'all and we'll get together.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right, you
All
know
right.
it, man. Love y'all.
Love you guys.
Appreciate it as always.
Figured you'd have Tahitian treats and popcorn popping.
You know, there'll come a day for that. There'll come a day for that. I can't bring it out too much on the weekend. Let's wait. Go back out there and won't be none left. We'll do. You know, let's right. Get an episode when they're at school. You know. Can't be bringing out the good stuff on the weekend. It will be short-lived.
All right, yeah.
Coach about to swing on somebody.
Trying to look like I've had enough.
All right, man.
Yeah. Another technical. We keep missing the free throws for him.
Of course. Yeah, man. I see y'all.
All right. Love y'all. Take care. All right.
Yeah.
They thought they locked me in the struggle till they see me feast. They can't figure out how to cage a beast. We working on different brains. We ain't the same. You scheming for the fame while I take the game. I came from where we never go against the grain. I promised my grandmother I'd erase the pain. Hammer time, hammer time, ayy, hammer time, hammer time. I made hits, boys, hammer time, hammer time, hammer time, ayy, hammer time. I made hits, boys, hammer time, hammer time, ayy, hammer time. I made hits, boys, hammer time, hammer time, ayy, hammer time. I made hits, boys, hammer time. Yeah, I go at it when the winner's mine. All my people gotta eat when it's dinner time. It's too real to dumb it down or simplify.